Hello, advanced math students. This is your introduction to the functions and sequences unit. There's some lessons where it's considered unit 4, and there's some lessons it's considered unit 6. So just know that if it's in there, it's in the right spot. It's just been moved all over the place. So try to remember these, but try to ignore them also. But we're going to talk about functions and sequences. Here is what your functions and sequence unit is going to look like. So it's in a pink folder, will be published on Monday morning. Right here, I'm going to have the intro video into here. This is what I'm making right now. So as soon as I'm done with this, I will add that in. And then there's the timeline, which we're going to talk about first. And then we're going to go through each one of these folders so that you can kind of see what is in it and what is expected. Here is the mini unit plan. It's not even really a mini unit, but we're going to call it that. We're going to start it on Monday, March 8th, and it's going to go all the way up to spring break, which is April 1st is the last day that we are in school for spring break. So this is the first week, and there's a lot of things, but you'll kind of see how I have it set up. This is cohort 1, and this is cohort 2. If there's 2 dates, it's first one is cohort 1, second one is cohort 2. A teacher seminar, I'm going to introduce the unit and talk about lesson 4.1, and it is going to be, it's a choice whether you come or not. It is optional, okay? And I'm going to do that on either Tuesday or Thursday of the first week. Monday and Wednesday will be for your study buddy check-in and then the Unit 4 final. So that week I'm going to do the introduction and lesson 4.1. Your work is to do 4.1, the lesson and the homework, the formative assessment on Schoology where you must get 100%. That is, this is first week. That's going to be your first week's thing because you also have your final. So I'm not going to push it too much, and we're going to talk about that in a second. Then the next week is here, and that's going to be a little bit more. I'm going to have a teacher seminar on both days, one on 4.3 and 4.4, and then the next one on 4.5. Again, those are going to be optional. You don't have to come, but I will let you know. Your student work then is the 4.3 lesson and homework, 4.4 lesson and homework, and the formative assessment, 4.5, and the formative assessment. It's going to be a lot, but that's a fairly open week. Then the next week, this is one we did here. The next week is when you are going to take your quiz and start on 4.6 and 4.7. Then that last week before we go to spring break, this is, remember, when we're all in. Everybody is going to be here. Teacher seminar is going to be on questions, and then you're going to have your student work is going to be to take the 4.6, 4.7 quiz, catch up, and finish. I want it all done by spring break, all finished by spring break. Okay, all finished. So let's take a look at each one of the folders. We're going to start with 4.1, and this is how each folder is going to be set up. This is our video. This is the lesson that I did in the video. So these two together are the lesson. Then we have the homework. This one is your assignment. This one is the answers. I would recommend doing the assignment first and then checking your answers. Then at the very end, not on everyone, but on most of them, you're going to have a formative assessment. It's in Schoology. You're going to be able to take it as many times as you want to, but I'm expecting 100%. You won't be able to take the test until we're at 100% on all the formative assessments. So this one has to be done by that first week, which I believe is March 12th. Okay. Then 4-3, you're going to have the lesson and you're going to have homework. But there is no formative assessment for this one. 4-4 lesson, 4-4 homework, and then it's the 4-3 and 4-4 assessment that you have to have 100% by. And I believe this has to be done by March 19th. Then we have 4-5. Here's our lesson. Here's our homework and the formative assessment. Again, 100%. And this also has to be done by March 19th. Sorry for the bad handwriting. Then you have your quiz. You're going to have a quiz on the first ones. Here's the study guide. This is the answers. For right now, you can ignore this, okay? And I'll come back to it, but for right now, you can ignore it. Then you have to take the quiz, which you must pass with 80%. You have to pass this with 80%. Now, here's where we don't. Here's where we go back. If you don't get 80%, if you don't pass with 80%, then you're going back and doing the retake assignment. And you have to check it in with me, and then you are going to retake the quiz. And it's going to be a different version of the quiz. It's not the same quiz. And you have to take it again until you pass with 80%. And I'm going to bring this up when I do the introduction to the unit, but that's the big thing. You have to pass with 80%. And I believe this also has to be done by March 26th. Okay, sometime by that week, that unit has to be, or that test has to be passed, taken and passed. So then we go to 4-6. We have the lesson and the homework. No assessment on this one. 4-7, we have the lesson and then the homework. And then here is the 4-6, 4-7 formative assessments. Again, all three of them have to be passed with 100%, and this is also by March 26th. Then we have the last test. We have the study guide and its answers, and again, we could ignore this for right now. Then you take the quiz, which you must pass with 80%. No 80%. Then you go back and do the retake assignment and retake the quiz again. And again, it's a different version of the quiz that you have to pass with 80%. And this has to be done by April 1st. Okay? Leaving the classroom. First week, no one leaves. No one's going anywhere. We have finals that we're going to be taking, so nobody is going to leave that first week, which I believe is March 8th through 12th. Then the 15th through the 19th, some people may go if you're caught up. Caught up, you may leave the room, and I'm going to be able to tell you where you can go because it won't be just anywhere. Same thing with the 22nd through 26th. If you're caught up, you can leave. However, the last week when we're all in is going to be a little bit different. March 29th to April 1st. Remember, that's where we're all in. Everybody is there. You can leave if the unit is finished, and only if the unit is finished. We'll go all back over this in the introduction if we need to. If you have questions, send me a message. Otherwise, we'll talk about it when you're in school. Have a great day. Good luck on the unit.